Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry back again with another BoLS review. Today I wanted to go over the cards that were included with the Imperial Raider that just came out. So here's the Imperial Raider. As you can see here, there's the Imperial Raider cards for the fore and the aft of the big ship. We also have a bunch of TIE Advanced stuff, which I have on the side too. You actually get 6 TIE Advanced cards. You get the 2 generic guys, the Tempest Squadron Pilot for 2, and then the Storm Squadron Pilot for 4. 21 points and 23 points respectively. They have a full action bar there, focus, target lock, barrel roll, and evade. They don't have a boost, which is something I want to talk about here, but they do also have a missile slot, which is cool. They come with in the cards, including the Imperial Raider. You also get the cluster missile card and the proton rockets. Let's be honest, these cards probably aren't very popular or are used very often. Just in general, just missiles in general. Again, in general, aren't used. The cluster missiles are interesting though. They do let you spend the target lock and discard this card. You get to perform the attack twice, and it's a 3 dice attack at range band up to 2. And then the proton rockets are 2 base, but then you can add your agility. All of these ships have an agility 3, so you're rolling 5 attack dice. Not too shabby, but again, kind of a one-trick pony. But I wanted to go through the other cards here since they're all new. I'll start with the TIE Advanced stuff, and then we'll jump into the Raider stuff. So for the TIE Advanced, I'm going to start with Lieutenant Colzit here. At the start of the end phase, you may spend a target lock you have on an enemy ship to flip 1 random face-down damage card assigned to it face up. So that's pretty awesome. For a Pilot Skill 3 guy for 23 points, that's actually a really cool ability. It's not game-changing or anything like that, but man, it can turn 1 damage into 2 damage really quickly with all the different critical effects. It's at the end phase, so it happens later in the turn, obviously, but it can definitely jack some people up. So that's actually pretty cool because you could take a ship that was badly damaged but not destroyed and actually end up flipping it to one of those crit cards and taking them out completely. So that's pretty cool. Next up, the Pilot Skill 5 guy here, Pilot Rank 5, Commander Olsen. In TIE Advanced, at the start of the combat phase, you may acquire a target lock on an enemy ship at range 1. So that's actually pretty cool because that's basically a free action. It is at range 1, but if you are at range 1, you're rolling 2 dice plus 1 for the plus 1 for the primary weapon being at range 1, and you have a target lock now, and that frees you up to do some other actions. He does have an elite slot, pilot skill slot, so push the limit on this guy, engine upgrade, something like that to give him a boost. A boost option would be pretty cool. He has 25 points, which is a little pricey, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Over here, Senor Strom. As you can see, he's a TIE Advanced. He's rank 6. This guy, enemy ships at range 1 cannot add their range combat bonus when attacking. So he's definitely a good blocker. He gets in there. If he gets in close to you, you do not get that. And it doesn't say when attacking him. It just says when attacking, period. So if he's within range band 1 of a ship and that ship's shooting at somebody else, they don't get that combat bonus. So when attacking, period. It doesn't say when attacking this ship. So that's pretty cool. Juno Eclipse over here, TIE Advanced. He's the rank 8 guy. When you reveal your maneuver, you may increase or decrease its speed by 1 to a minimum of 1. TIE Advanced already have a really powerful maneuver dial, but that lets you correct mistakes, which I always like to make adjustments on the go. Part of my plan is to roll 6s and do stuff on the fly. As you can see here, he's 28 points. Both of these guys have elite pilot talents. Again, push the limit's going to be a good option. Engine upgrade, well, it's a modification, but whatever. There's options here. Predator's always a good one. Push the limit. So lots of stuff you can do with the elite pilot skill. Also, what's important about this whole shebang here is you get 4 TIE X1 Advanced titles, 4 cards. So if you want to run a TIE Advanced heavy list, you can do that. I mean, most of the time you're going to be running maybe 3, 2, maybe 3, but they have the option if you want to run 4 basic ones, which is pretty cool. So what does this card do? It leaked on the internet a while ago, so you may already know this, but your upgrade bar gains the sensor upgrade icon. You equip a sensor upgrade, its squad point cost is reduced by 4 to a minimum of 0. Okay, there's some cool sensor things out there you can do. that's nice. What would you suggest, AdamHarry? You may ask. This is what I would suggest. Another card included is the Advanced Target Computer, TIE Advanced only. When attacking your primary, you get 4 of these, by the way, so that's also included. Built-in combo, voila. When attacking with your primary weapon, if you have a target lock on the defender, you may add 1 critical hit result to the roll. If you do, you cannot spend target locks during this attack. So basically, your first die roll, boom, you get to add a crit hit. That's pretty good. That's pretty powerful, especially when you consider some of these guys, like this bad boy, where you get to acquire a target lock for free. Ta-da! We see the combo already. 25 points. He's now 26 points. 26 points a pop. If he's within range band 1, you get a free target lock. You also have the target lock action, which, ta-da, you can already use that, but that frees you up to do other actions like an evade. He is a 5, so he's not going, maybe not shooting first all the time, but it's pretty awesome. You can focus. You can still spend a focus, you just can't spend the target lock. So that can generate quite a few hits, especially at range band 1. You're rolling 3 dice. You get you get to add a crit result. You don't change one of the dice. You add a crit result to your roll. So it's an extra attack. So you're basically getting 4 shots, which is pretty sweet. And that's already a built-in combo. You can also pair that with one of these guys like here and run 4. Well, he's unique, so maybe not 4 of those guys, but you could run 4 Storm Squadron pilots here, 24 points a pop, and suddenly pretty mean, because the TIE Advanced upgrade is free. That also going on Vader, he's getting 2 actions a turn. I mean, there's some options there, plus the Advanced Target Computer with that, just pretty mean. There's other weapon options you can go with that complement that. This only affects the primary attack, but there's other options out there, which is what I was getting at. So if you want to run TIE Advanced, if you had an issue with them being too expensive in the past, I really do think that fixes a lot of those issues. So that's enough about the TIE Advanced. We'll probably get an article. I'll probably write one up later about how good that is compared to some of the options or some of the crazy combos. Hey, if you have a crazy combo you see, let me know in the comments. We'll talk. So let's talk about the Raider real fast. So first off, there's the Raider, the cards, and I want to show off the base. Here's the crazy firing arcs. So actually, you know what? Here we go. This is better. The Raider firing arcs are pretty unique. As you can see here, there's actually an overlapping firing arc between the fore, which is the front, and the aft, which is the rear. If you can get somebody in that section right there where both sides are getting to shoot at them, it's going to be a bad day for them. Because here's what you got shooting. In the front, from range 2 to 4, you've got a 4-shot, and from the back, you've got the energy stuff. So let me back up a minute. So you've got a bunch of like weapon specialists and stuff like that. So you've got all these extra cards: shield technician, use ship only, gunnery team. But what's cool is you also have ion cannon batteries and quad laser cannons. So they each have separate things. These are all upgrades that you buy, as you can see down here. So suddenly you're firing a 4 primary and then a bunch of secondary weapons. These cost energy to fire. So you spend the energy. I think this generates 6 energy there. So you have a bunch of extra shooting is what I'm getting at. So if you get somebody in that crosshair, as it were, those 2 sections right there, if you can get a ship in that area somehow, if somebody flies in there unwisely, you'll take them to town. So that's pretty cool. I've shown off the Emperor Palpatine already. He leaked a while back, so I'm going to leave him alone for now. But he's pretty powerful. He's also kind of fun. He is expensive. It is 8 points, so whatever. Grand Moff Tarkin. Let's talk about the old Moff here. So he is a huge ship only, Imperial only. So he can only ride in the Imperial Raider or other huge ships whenever they come out. At the start of the combat phase, you may choose another ship at range 1 to 4. Either remove 1 focus token from the chosen ship or assign 1 focus token to that ship. So this bad boy, for 6 points and a passenger slot, is like the Dash Rendar for Imperials. Sorry, Carl Katarn for Imperials. Except he can also take away enemy focus. So that's pretty cool at the start of the combat phase. So you can just assign a focus token. Again, it's not an action for that ship. It's just, here, have a free focus token. For 6 points, for the size of the ship and for the range, I mean, that's pretty much your side of the table. So you can affect quite a bit of real estate with Grand Moff Tarkin, so that's pretty cool. Captain Nita, huge ship only, Imperial only. If you overlap an obstacle during your activation phase, do not suffer 1 face-up damage card. Instead, roll 1 attack die. On a hit or crit result, suffer the 1 damage. So this helps you avoid all the different asteroids and obstacles that are floating around out there. Again, this is a big ship, so it's pretty easy to get hit by that stuff. So, you know, that's why you don't chase rebels into asteroid fields, right? It's in the movies. Go watch it. Admiral Ozzel, he screws up a lot, but he's huge ship only, Imperial only energy. You may remove up to 3 shields from your ship. For each shield removed, you gain 1 energy. So, if you look here, the ship actually has quite a bit of shields. So it's 8 up front, 8 hull, 6 armor, 8 hull, 6 shields in the fore, and the rear has 8 hull and 4 shields. So tons and tons of shields to play with. That's just kind of an emergency thing, so you don't have to do it, as it were. So we've got the 3 other ship cards here, the titles here. We'll go through these here. We'll start with the Assailer. The Assailer here, Raider class, aft section title. So aft section title, somehow that's how that works. When defending, if the target section has a reinforced token, you may change 1 focus result to an evade result. So give you some extra defense. You don't actually have any agility, so you kind of need tokens to do that. The Instigator here, aft section title. After you perform a recover action, recover 1 additional shield. So again, the huge ships have special actions and stuff they do. Recover action, you get a shield back. So you get an additional shield. That's pretty cool. Impetuous. After you perform an attack that destroys an enemy ship, you may acquire a target lock. So you're going to be blowing stuff up. Maybe you get a target lock. Maybe you get some more shots with the energy you can spend. So that's kind of cool. That increases the deadly firepower of this space station. Just kidding. It's a ship. So lots of cool cards in here. Oh, let's run through the damage deck real fast. So we've got the 2 sections. I like the new art on the ships too, on the damage deck. It's just kind of neat. It's not as big as the other ones, but again, if you take all of these, you're probably dead. So you've got a deck breach. Place 1, and this is for the 4, so the front half. Place 1 of the upgrade cards equipped on this section under this card. You cannot use that upgrade while it's in effect. For 2 energy, you can flip it face down. Secondary drive failure ship. Spend 1 energy to perform an action. So any action. So you get crippled that way. Reactor leak, you execute a maneuver, reduce the amount of energy you gain by 1 to a minimum of 0. So it can really screw with your energy resource management. Reactor leak, we just went down. Weapon damage, place 1 of the upgrade cards equipped to this section under this card. You can't use that. So that's one of these. So like the ion batteries or the quad lasers, stuff like that. Weapon damage. Tracking missile alignment ship. Reduce your primary weapon value by 2 to a minimum of 0. So that can really be bad. So spend 4 energy to repair that or flip it face down. You still take the damage, but ship. You cannot perform the reinforced action unless you have at least 3 energy stored on this aft section of the card. Ouch. Projector. Power projector failure. Projector power failure. Power plant failure. You cannot perform the recover action on a roll a die on a 1. Sorry, on a hit or a focus, flip this card face down. So a direct hit, take 2 damage, take 2 damage for the direct hit. So that's what that is. Again, if you take all of those, you're probably already dead. For the aft section of the ship, I believe this is the aft section. Yep. Deck breach. Place 1 of the upgrade cards equipped to this section under this card. You cannot use that upgrade. So there's that. Maybe this is the 4. No, it's definitely the aft. Okay, because it's, yeah. Place 1 passenger and 1 tack guy upgrade card equipped into the section of this card. So, yes. You cannot use those upgrades while this card is face up, so you just spend 3 energy. Life support failure, discard 1 of the passenger or comm guy upgrades. This section, you can discard it and then flip this face down. You cannot perform a coordinate action. Roll 1 attack die on a hit or a focus result for the discard face down. Okay. cannot perform the target lock or acquire. You cannot perform the target lock action or acquire a target lock. And then on a hit or crit, place it down. Let's scramble the scope, the sweeps, the bleeps, and the creeps. Weapon damage. Place one of the upgrade cards equipped to this section of the card. So again, that's one of the weapon upgrades. Misfiring thrusters during the planning phase. Assign your chosen maneuver face up, so the enemy gets to see that. Spend 1 energy and roll 1 attack die on a hit or a crit. You flip it down. Misfiring thruster, same deal. Show it face up, and then structural collapse, 2 damage to the 4 section, and 2 damage to the 4 section. Ouch. So it's flipping back and forth. I'm pretty sure that's the aft there because it's showing the aft section, and then that's the 4. So I could be wrong, but no, that's correct. So again, damaging one side, crits the back, and back and forth it can. So that's kind of cool. So that's all unique stuff for epic scale size games with the large ships. I believe that's 50 points for the ship. So or 100 points total. I think it's 100 points total. Wow. So yeah, it's a big old ship, and the model's a knockout. Knocked it out of the park. FFG looks really good. So yeah, I've already talked about that in the other review. Last weapons here. Let me go through these real quick. Weapon cards. We've got the Ion Cannon Battery. 2 energy, 4 shots. Spend 2 energy from this card to perform the attack. If this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 critical damage and receives 1 ion token. Then cancel all the dice results. So it's a crit hit and an ion token. So those batteries are pretty mean. Quad lasers, especially against little ships. Quad laser cannons. This is 2 energy and 3. Spend 1 energy from this card to perform the attack. If the attack does not hit, immediately spend 1 energy from this card to perform this attack again. So basically you can give energy to these cards up to 2 to shoot or to spend for the attack. So Tabana gas supplies, you basically drop this card, discard it to get 3 more energy. Engine booster, limited immediately before you reveal your maneuver dial. You may spend 1 energy to execute a white 1 straight ahead maneuver. You cannot use the ability if you would overlap another ship. So doesn't let you boost into somebody and take them out. Backup shield generator. At the end of each round, you may spend 1 energy to recover 1 shield up to your shield value, which is pretty nice. Comms booster. Spend 1 energy to remove all stress tokens from a friendly ship at range 1 to 3, then assign 1 focus to that ship. Wow. So that's for 4 points. It does cost energy, but that's pretty nice because again, the size is range 1 to 3 on the size of the ship. You really get to help out removing stress and giving people focus. So this is a really nice support ship, and it packs a pretty nice punch with the firepower it can generate. Definitely will take out some smaller ships, no problem. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's pretty much all the cards, I believe, in the box. Yeah. So again, that's why I wanted to do this as 2 separate videos. I knew this was going to run really long with all the extra cards and stuff. So especially the fact that it's 2 separate things with the TIE Advance. So it's a pretty good deal overall. Again, if you're an Imperial player, even if you don't play Epic Scale, I highly recommend this expansion pack just because of the sheer amount of crap included in the box. Is pretty good stuff all the way around. FFG really knocked it out of the park. Plus you get the cool campaign stuff that if you want to do that, you don't necessarily need the campaign book to run a campaign, but I mean, it'll give you some good ideas. It'll help out with that. So pretty cool stuff. Yeah, this is AdamHarry from BoLS with another BoLS review of the actual cards and stuff, not just a quick unboxing and model review. So hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little long. Thanks again for watching. AdamHarry from BoLS. Sign off. Have a good one.